Calculation skills in chess is one of the biggest attributing factors to determine your chess rating and skill level. However, so many players today still do not know how to calculate accurately or efficiently in a timely manner to separate themselves from an intermediate player into the more advanced expert level stages of a chess player. So in this video, I'm going to show you one trick that I discovered myself, and ever since I discovered it, I've been calculating twice as fast and twice as accurately. So let's dive in. Let's take a look. It's super simple. Okay, this position comes from an actual real-life tournament game that I played over the board, and I was under time pressure. I had less than a minute to play through the game, so I was in tough time pressure. And normally I would maybe win, maybe lose, or maybe draw. But since I found this calculation trick, I've been acing most of my endgames, especially king and pawn. Now, here normally I would now there's a decision to make, right? So how we win king and pawn endgames usually is we queen. So we get our pawn to the last rank of the board, and we queen, and then we bully the enemy king. However, we have to also worry about the king taking our pawn and doing the same. So we're left with the decision. Do we come back and play defensively and probably get a draw, or do we move forward for the win and risk defeat? So this is a very simple trick. Normally, I would just calculate like everyone else, my moves as well as my opponent's moves simultaneously. In other words, the king moves up, king here, takes, pawn starts pushing, king moves out of the way, pawn starts pushing, and it starts getting kind of murky. However, this one trick I discovered makes it so much easier, and you can calculate twice as fast and twice as accurate. I simply just count how long it would take me to queen first separately, then I'll calculate my opponents, and I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 moves the queen. Pretty simple, right? How many moves would it take my opponent? 1, 2, 3, 4. King has to move out of the way. 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 moves. So right away, I knew this is a winning position. I felt confident to just move forward and go for the win. We can play it out here. I take and then start pushing the pawn. And now this is game over. I get my queen, and we can just take the pawn out. This doesn't really matter, but I'm just showing you how easy this is to win. So anyway, that's the trick. I'm going to show you from a couple of different positions now, also with more material on the board, how to convert and transfer into an endgame, or transition into an endgame rather, to know that we're going to win. So anyway, let's take a look. So here's another position, and it's a very common type of position, and you're in a predicament, because do you stop the king from coming in to take the pawn, or do you just go forward with your own plan? Now, first I should say, even if you did decide to go forward, this would be a mistake because black can blockade, and now you're stuck, and now you have to play this. So, and black is blockading this pawn and stopping this pawn. So you never want that. So if you were to push these two pawns, you always want to push the one on the outside of this pawn. So if black ever pushed, you just simply take it, and they cannot blockade you anymore. Anyway, back to the calculation part. So how many moves would it take for us to queen? So we have 1, 2, 3. Black takes, we take back, that's 4. 5, 6, 7. 7 moves. Okay. Let's see blacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. However, our queen is going to queen first because we move first, and it's on the same queening square as black's. Therefore, we know in this position, we don't have to play a move like king c3 to stop the king coming in. We can just go forward with our attack. And now black moves forward, and I'll just play it out for you. So it takes, black moves out of the way. We go in for the queen, and now black is 1 move short. And even if it did come here, we would just take because we land on that queening square. So now I'm going to look at these two positions, though, and see what preceded them. So in this game, this is the first position. So one of the biggest factors that separates intermediate players to advanced players is not just calculation in general, but it's how they calculate in the end game and the knowing when, that intuition of knowing when to transition into the end game. So in this position, a lot of players would just check the king would move away. They would see, oh, I can't take because the queen could take. Should I trade queens? I don't know. They might start checking. Who knows? They might check and lose their queen. You never know. Under time pressure. But knowing this trick, I just saw if I trade queens here, check, the king winds up here, and now I can go into my calculation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry. Is it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made another move there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I knew I was winning right back from this position in about 10 seconds. Now we'll go back to the other position. How would you go into a winning position from here knowing what you know? Okay, well, now I'm sure you can see that. If you just go in for the rook trade, the king ends up here, and now you can start calculating from this position. 1, right? 2, the king takes. This is 3, right? So if we do it like that, that's hard. But if we do it my way, so after the check, we just take. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we know we are winning. Again, we've seen this position before where white just takes, moves up, and is clearly just winning this race. And black here can resign. Well, there you have it. Hopefully that one calculation trick has helped you guys. It definitely helped me, and hopefully it will help you in your game. So go forward and practice that when you get into your end games. Definitely use that trick. It's going to work wonders, and it's going to boost your rating overall. I guarantee it. Anyway, till next time, go play some chess.